How's it going, everyone? Cameron here, bringing you my first video for the Heist League. The reason why it's taken so long to get one out is because, simply put, the league's been broken. But with that being said, let's get right into it, and in today's video I'll be showing you what I got from a full quad tab of deception missions. Now, what does that look like, you ask? Well, here it is. If I just quickly bring this up, that is a full quad tab of deception missions. Wonderful. It was pretty good. What I did, I sorted them out from level 1 requirements to level 5. With the exception of a couple that I weeded out, these are all area level 81 and above. That is important. Area level 81 guarantees 3 chests per contract, whereas area level 80 and below, you will not always get that. Sometimes you'll get 2, and that is not great. With that being said, I'm going to quickly go over my rogue. I was using Gianna. I would actually recommend using Niles. I know people don't like Niles, but with the buff, where they actually do as they're told, using Niles with a +1 to job level, which I don't have, in my opinion, his animation is quicker. He does not get bugged like Gianna does when she teleports behind, and that is really frustrating. So you have to blink over a couple of screens and come back, and then she'll pull the lever. Pretty annoying stuff. And also, this is just personal, but his lines are way less annoying than her voice lines. Nothing against the voice actress, it's just really annoying hearing them every time for 570 plus areas, contracts. Now, again, when I say the league's broken, I mean, none of this worked before. Currently, the increased rogue marker value of primary heist target does work, but only about 20% of the way through when I was doing these did they fix it. Now, I thought that one always worked, but I was wrong. What I knew didn't work, and still doesn't work as of recording, is the % chance to duplicate currency, or just duplicate anything. Now, if you're doing deception missions, what I suggest doing is getting a high as you can duplicate currency, because that will also include, and this is quite big, the stacked decks. So obviously you get a chance to dupe those, you get a chance to dupe the ancient orbs, and for the second one, personally I went for maps. Again, I did know that these didn't work, but assuming they do fix them, which apparently they will, maps would be good, because then you can obviously dupe the... oh my god, they're blanking. The beachhead maps, or you could do Scarab. Scarab would also be quite good. Apart from that, there's probably nothing else worth it. So yeah, just maps or Scarab would be the other good one. And then quantity of items dropped in Heist is whatever. I don't think it affects the chest. For the cloak, you have to have a 12% reduced rising of alert from opening chest. This is very important, because with this, and assuming you at least transmute the map, it means you don't have to mess around. You can pretty much be guaranteed to open 5 chests without worrying about the alarm, which is why I say use Niles, because if you do get lucky and you get that 6th chest, which isn't super common but obviously can happen, you can grab the 5, pick up the target, go back, open it, and you don't need to deal with running through while you're on lockdown, particularly if they bug and you can't get the end target, which is kind of valuable, but we'll get into that a bit later. So this one, I have a 6% chance to generate no alert on opening a chest using deception. This is pretty big. This is another reason why I used Gianna, apart from the fact that the whole +1 to level thing wasn't a thing when I started. This is super good, especially if you triggered a couple times in a row. It does go up to 10%, which is pretty amazing, and this is whatever. I got anger because I am a aura stacker, and I don't have anger at the moment because I am a pauper. So, with that being said, the Trinket, I'm using this one, a 4% chance to dupe currency. Obviously, the Regal to Exalted one would probably still be better, even though you don't open any currency chest. Just the like amount you get just from opening random little chests and from dropping would still make it more valuable. With that being said, they are god-awful expensive for a 4% one. I think they're currently like 80 years old, or even probably more than that, so probably not worth getting one of those. But if you have one just lying around because you found it or you've already bought it, go ahead and use it. As far as buying one specifically for doing deception missions, I would probably go for a 2% one, which is still relatively expensive at I think about 8 Exalt, but I would also look for the chance to dupe currency mod on it, because I think that would be more valuable than a 3% one. Maybe not a 4% one, but I reckon it'd be more valuable than a 3% one on account of obviously having a chance to dupe the Exalt that drops, but again, like I mentioned, being able to dupe the Ancient Orbs, which are quite expensive, and the Divination cards, which you just get a lot of. Now, with that being said, I'm going to open up Excellence just real quick right now, and I'm going to give you a very quick overview of the total currency I got once it loads up, and then I'll tell you the caveats that come with that in this particular thing, because Excellence, while it is a good benchmark of prices, it can be a bit annoying with some of the weird pricings that go on. It's just going to eventually load. Now, a lot of the currency is going to come from areas where you expect it to come from. That should be of no surprise to anyone. But I'm just going to fetch a snapshot. Snapshot, not Snapchat. That's completely different. Currency does come from a few unexpected places, which if you're using a particularly strict filter, just won't show up. So, with the current economy as it is, there it is. Stacked decks coming in at number 1, 1800 chaos. And up the top here, you can see 9,207 chaos, thereabouts, from, what is it, 576 deception contracts. So very, very profitable. I bought all these for like 1 to 2 C each, so probably on average 1.5. So as you can see here, stacked decks, I got nearly 2,500 of them, 1,800 chaos. Ancient Orbs, I got 54 of them, 810 chaos. I did get a doctor card that just dropped randomly, fell out of a chest. I was like, I'll take that. I'll take that. And then this is where it becomes interesting. Chromatic orbs. People probably don't even have them showing up on their filter, but because you get a lot of armor chests, which again I'll bring up a little spreadsheet in a moment to show you the chest and all that type of good stuff. They drop in lots of 8, 16, and you get a lot of them. 4,782, even if they're dirt cheap. That's 400 chaos. With the chaos being, what, 6, in Exalt being 60 chaos. That's nearly 7 Exalt of chromatic orbs that people have just got filtered. And seeing as they're super quick to pick up, I mean, why not? Exalted orbs, I got 5. Only 1 dropped as a pure Exalt. The rest of them were all Exalted Orb shards from the Hobby chest. So yeah, you get a lot of them. Again, Jeweler Orbs, 4,618, coming in at 288 chaos. Obviously not as much as the Chromatic Orbs because they're a bit cheaper, but that's still a free nearly 5 Exalt that people probably have got filtered. Chaos Orb comes in at 288, and then you got to come down here, Beachheads, 32 of them, Infused Beachheads, so on and so forth. Now this is where it becomes a little bit, what the hell are you doing, Excellence? If anyone's buying Emperor's Luck for a chaos each, hit me up, I have many of them. Same with loyalties. Armor scraps are actually quite high up on the list, mainly because again, there's a lot of them. I was picking them up purely because I like transferring them over to Wisdom Scrolls, because I always seem to run out of them. But that's why I was picking those up. Those you can probably just filter, because it's 95 chaos. And then it's just heaps of other little things. So with that being said, I'll jump into the stats tab to show you a more accurate description. So these are all the different maps, all the beachheads, infused beachheads, items. I got a 6-linked brisk whap, cold iron point, a couple of prism guardians, a shavs, and a Gruthkul's pelt, I believe it's called. It's pretty good stuff. Got them all from the armor chest, so they're definitely worth opening up. What else did we get? We got a pretty good shield, 111 life. T2 fire res, T2 cold res, T2 all res, T4 global fizz damage, but a very nice shield. Over here we got a lightning trap piece as 3 additional targets hubris circlet. Over here we got a bone helmet with skeletons deal 40% increased damage. So you get some pretty good, what are they? Enchants for the helmets. And you get uber enchants as well if you're paying attention. Hatred has 15% mana reserved. This is a pretty good 6-link gloves, Thingless, which is pretty good with some good high res. And an open prefix, I do believe. Yup, so you can put life on there, you can put energy shield on there. Happy days. Over here, we also have a kinetic blast has 75% increase for additional explosions with decent life roll, a high energy evasion roll, triple suffix, so you got an open prefix as well. Happy days. Over here, bunch of unidentified cobalt jewels. Again, these are all from the small chest, so identify them, corrupt the ones that have energy shield if you hit it. I do believe I have a couple that actually have energy shield. Of course my price check isn't working. Where is it? Alright, but I'm pretty sure these are like several exalt. Again, you're not always going to hit it with the reduced mana. There we go. And we come down. 6 exalt, no problem. Happy days. 5 exalt. Get something extra good and have energy shield, double energy shield on there, reduced mana. Just a Valor, 3, 7, 6, 7 exalt. These are all the 6 links, so I got a 6 links King's Guard, which is like whatever, Glorious Plate, and a couple other things, and a singular Tabula Rasa, which is a bit interesting. These were trolls. I did want a explodey chest, but I got Tinker skins, so what can you do? These are just a couple of the things, pretty good items that dropped from the armor chest, synthesized stuff. What do we got here? Regenerate, attack speed, area effect, increased effective curses. I'm not the best base for it, but not bad. Minions have increased life, global fizz, Grace has reduced mana on a chest. Again, not the best base, but what can you do? What's that? 5, 10, 15, 16 blueprints, which isn't too many considering how many contracts you ran, but what can you do? Another thing that the Exilence doesn't take into consideration is the rogue markers. Now these are like 500 to 1, so every one of these full stacks is 100 chaos. So that's 10, that's 12, so that's 1,200 and a bit. That is another 20 exalt plus of rogue markers that you just get for free at the end if you pick them up. And why wouldn't you? So yeah, huge profit there, which is again on top of the 9,200 chaos that Exilence had mentioned. And yeah, this is the stature tab for the currency. Obviously, bit of a breakdown. Chisels, which are worth absolutely nothing. 110 hobbies, 850 horizons, all that good stuff. Huge amount of divination cards. Not to be surprised, but like 10 chaotic disposition, that's another 50 chaos. And yeah, heaps and heaps of these. So I will go through and trade all the ones in for currency and see if we get anything good. Maybe not. Probably get a bunch of armor scraps from these, but there is a good amount of stuff there to trade in. Essences, again, these are just all from the little chest. These are not, obviously there's no possibility of them having a league specific chest in this because it's not available as one of the options, but you still get a decent amount. And fragments, 29 rusted hobby, 16 polished, 12 gilded, 11 gilded divination ones, 17 polished, and 51 rusted, which is why I said that when the brooches actually do start working, getting a chance to dupe Scarab probably isn't the worst thing in the world, although they're not particularly expensive at the moment, and there's nothing in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go trade in all the currency divination cards. I'm also going to trade up to as much as I can for chaos in that by selling everything, because it's all well and good that Exilence tells you that your inventories or your stash tabs are worth that, but if you can't trade it to chaos or you can't trade it to exalt, it actually doesn't matter. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause the video, I'll pause the recording here, start it up again so I can fast forward it, and it's nice and simple. If I hit that like trade in and get 5 mirrored, obviously I'll unpause it or unfast forward it. But yeah, enjoy the next compilation of me smashing my head against the keyboard trying to trade in Path of Exile, because it's never any good. And I'll see you soon. Alright everyone, I'm back. Pretty much traded and sold everything up with the exception of, as you can see here, the beachhead map. 2 reasons for this. 1, I had a quick look around on the Treasure Trove Discord, nothing popped up real quick. And 2, there's no bulk trade for unique maps on the PoE website, which is a bit crappy. Not going to sell these because I'll probably corrupt these and try and 6-link and corrupt it. Maybe. I'm really bored of this build now, so I'm probably going to go do a Blade Vortex Pew Pew build, because I've never actually done a Blade Vortex build, so that'll be pretty fun. Corrupted the jewels that had energy shield on them and got another. I got a fire pen, I'm pretty sure, yep, fire pen and area of effect, which is like bleh. Currency though, here we go. 107 exalts, pure. 567 chaos. As you can see, there's still quite a few things that I didn't trade up. Gem Cutter Prism, couldn't be bothered. Chisels, unless I had like 50,000 of them, wasn't going to bother. Alterations, I'll use them myself and I didn't have a huge amount. Regals, Alchemies, and Scours, again, I'll use them myself. Traded up most of my fusings, and by that I mean I traded all of the jewelers for fusings and then traded up the fusings to pure exalt. Same with chromatic orbs, and I'd like to say that trading was actually quite easy, but oh my god, why was everyone from the EU? I'm from Australia and my ping was absolutely horrendous. It took me so long to click all the things. Things like Val Orbs I'll probably keep for myself to use, and they're like 6 to 1. I don't have like a huge amount of them to be bothered with. Same with Regrets. Sextances, again, worth not much of anything. We've got 59 stack decks left over, which I'll go open in just a moment. Divination cards, I opened up all the, well, quote-unquote cool ones that I had left over. So I had like 13 void cards and some other random stuff like that, but they all came out terrible, so I'm not including that, because no one needs to see me pull out a bunch of garbage. Once that's 2 corrupt items, there's nothing else really worth trading in to see if you get something OP. No, not really. Essences, again, I just don't have enough to make it worthwhile me dealing with the trade. And for the Scarabs, people that actually are listing to buy these are like, these are like 2 to 1 chaos and cannot be bothered. Even though these are like 4 to 1, I think there was only 1 person buying them at that. And so yeah, I'm just going to use them myself when I start doing maps. If I start doing maps, if not, I'll just wait until I have a more substantial amount to trade. But with that being said, pretty sure that is it. Yes. So I'm going to try and corrupt those now. See if I can get some good corruption. Boop boop. Wow, that was disappointing.
Hello.
Disappointing, and disappointing. Oh, god damn it.
Stay pure.
But yeah, 107 pure exalt. Now this did take me absolutely goddamn forever. I think on average I was rocking out about 3.5 to 4 minutes each, or 3 to 4 minutes each per contract. And like I said, there's like 580, so you do the maths, that's like 30 hours. If 30 hours of engaged content, or because I'm a slacker and like to get distracted by reading and playing with the husky, more like a goddamn week. So yeah, it did take me forever to do this, but the profits speak for themselves. 107 pure exalt. I don't think I've ever had that much pure exalt just sitting around looking pretty. Another nearly 10 exalt in chaos orbs just sitting around, and then these two lots of maps are worth another 500-ish chaos. So it's probably like 125 exalt worth of profit, and I'm pretty sure the cost of all these maps were like 1.5 each. So I think rough math puts that at like 850 chaos, thereabouts. So yeah, massive profits if you can deal with buying them in bulk, which I think at the moment the prices are starting to go up. I'm pretty sure they're at 2 chaos each, and the competition to buy them in bulk is getting pretty insane. So if you can buy them in bulk, they are definitely worth running. Especially use the 15% increased marker value or whatever it is, because these are worth crazy amounts of money at the moment, like 330. Yes, 1 to 345. So I think I sold 600,000 or something for like 26 exalt, and I forgot to trade him a full stack, so I'm sorry, bro. But for me, I can use those for the few blueprints that I got, just to change it up a bit. And yeah, so total profit was 125 exalt, thereabouts, once you finish trading up the maps and include the chaos. But that's it for this. I'm gonna go hand in, well, not hand in, but pop some decks. See if I get another hand hunter. What are they? Demon, Doctor, all that good stuff. Let's have a look. Nope. Oh god, I'm terrible at this. As you can tell, I do not do this a whole lot. I'm not like no MBX stream who does way too many of these. His fingers must hate him. And I'm using a pretty lax yoink loot filter, as you can see, so there's still like a bunch of them popping up. Let's just quickly change that actually. Let's go uber strict. Uber strict. There we go. So yeah, one Saint's treasure. And this is why you sell them. You don't get repetitive stress injuries. Yeah, why are these pop up? What the hell are obliterations and why are they good? Or why are they pop up in like a uber strict filter? Uber strict. No idea. That was terrible. Boop, boop. Tiebreaker. But yep, it's a long video. Hope you all enjoyed it, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.